Hey you guys, welcome back. I invite you guys into my trading space today. Today I'm back testing. It's a slow day. And I said, you know what? Because it's a slow day, why not just back test? Why not just sit on the charts and back test one primary focus? And so what I'm back testing today is going to be trend. Now, if you don't back test or if you struggle with back testing, I do have a back testing video. I'll go ahead and link it somewhere here or it'll be in the description down below. So basically when you back test, you're back testing your trading knowledge, but you don't want to back test everything at one time, especially if you're struggling in a specific area, or if you want to get good at one specific area, back test that one thing on your price chart on one time frame. Okay. And then as you get better at back testing and you're seeing some really good results and you're feeling comfortable and confident, then you can add things onto your chart. So today the primary focus is trending, looking at trends on the 4-hour time frame and seeing if price will retrace or reverse or go into trend continuations. So you guys are going to hear me ask myself questions, and these are questions that I teach my customers and clients what to ask themselves in order to understand the trend. Okay, so get a piece of paper out, back test this with me, and as I'm looking at this, I'm going to be asking you guys questions and answer the questions as I answer them. And if you find that you're needing to know more of something, comment your question down below in the video. Or if you have a question about something I'm doing or something I'm saying, comment it down below so I can answer it back, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so this is pound JPY 4-hour time frame. And I'm using bar replay here on TradingView. And bar replay is basically a back testing feature that we can use here on TradingView. I believe if you have the paid version, you can use any time frame to bar replay on. If you have if you have the free version, you can only use daily, weekly, monthly. But if you have the paid version, you can use any time frame to back test on. So let's go for it. All right. So what I'm noticing right now is previously we've been in this downtrend. Okay. So the market is making lower highs and is making lower lows. So what I'm using is called a price note tool. You could use a price note tool or price label tool. Like if you go to where your T icon is on your left hand side where all the icons and objects are, click on the T for text and or that arrow next to it, and then drop down. There's a price label tool or a price note tool. I like using this one because it shows the exchange rates at my highs and lows, and if I move it, obviously the exchange rate changes, but I can change the color, I can extend it, I can write on this tool, and that's actually why I like using this tool, because then I don't have to use the T function for the text. So multiple purpose use for this one tool. Okay, so lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Now I'm not looking to see if I could get into a trade. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to just see if price will keep trending. Because price has already gave us a new low, I don't know if price will stop here or continue down. Obviously, I want price to stay below 143.244 because price is going in a downtrend. A downtrend basically says you want price to stay below every lower high, which is the high peaks here, but you want price to keep making lower lows. That's all a downtrend is. Simply put, right? So let's see what happens in the next few candlesticks. Where is my bar replay? All right. Price just made a new lower low. So now I want to see if price will stay below 142.18, which means we're in trend continuation cycle of a trend. There's 3 cycles to a trend. You have trend continuation, you have retracements, which are pullbacks, and then you have reversals. This is not a reversal. This is not a retracement. This is trend continuation in a downtrend because price is continuing within that trend. So it's a natural flow of price. But I want to see if price can pull back. And one of the questions that I ask is, if price pulls back, where don't I want price to go? And that's the last lower high or the last highest price, which is 142.181. In the words of Forex trading and what this really is, because I'm looking at pound JPY or the Great British Pound in Japanese yen, what this means is consumers, actually people in the world who are exchanging anything between the Japanese yen and the pound, The last highest price that they could buy or exchange any goods or the actual currency for was at 142.181. Now, I put myself in this position, or put yourself in this position. If you lived in Japan and wanted to go to the UK and you wanted to buy pound, this would be the perfect price for you to buy at. It's at 140s. But if price starts to pull back and you now have to buy at a higher price, what's the last highest price you would like price to stay below so you could buy more? It would be 142.18. So I want to see if price can stay below here. So let's see what's going on. We're getting a little consolidation. Price is still dropping. Okay, so she's still decreasing. So as she's still decreasing, if I lived in Japan, I could continue to buy the actual currency, the pound currency, at a cheaper price. But as a trader, if I'm not in this position, I don't have a trade for right now. So I still need price to pull back a little bit further. So let's see what happens. Okay, so we're getting little fluctuations. All right, there we go. Now we're starting to get that pullback. I still want to see if price will stay below. Okay, so here we are. Honestly, this would be an indication that price could go down a little bit lower. Now, some of you may be saying, well, Shaquan, I would have sold here and sold there and bought here and bought there. So let's talk about a pullback cycle. The deeper something pulls back, like how price is pulled back right now, when it goes back into trend continuation cycle, when it's time for you to be the seller again, you could make more money. If you were to sell anywhere in here, and let's just say your take profit was back at these lows, you would have gotten stopped out, because you have to distinguish between 2 or 1 moves. And I always ask my students this: do you see this as one long move or multiple moves? Now, we're in the 4-hour time frame. I'm not dropped down. I'm not going up. We're on this one time frame. To me, this is one long move. To me, because price has created a pullback, this is now the new lower low. Remember, I want price to stay below this price, right? So this is a lower low. These are the buyers coming into the market. This one candlestick is a sell signal for me. Price is going to continue down. It's not a reversal. Okay, we're not reversing. The only time price reverses is if it passes the last highest price. Remember that, okay? We're still in sell mode, but we're in pullback cycle. So let's see if price can continue to go down. There we go. Now we have a new lower low because price just passed 139.552. Now we got something to work with. So now this is the new lower high. You don't get a lower high unless price makes a lower low. And I want you guys to remember that. This is the downtrend. Remember, in the downtrend, you want price to stay below the last highest price, which for us was 142.181. And downtrend means price makes new lower lows. So now the new price that we're going to want price to stay below is 141.744. We're going to want to see a price pulls back so that if you were to enter a trade, you know it needs to be below 141.744. So let's see what happens. All right, price keeps going lower. We're still in that trend continuation cycle. We're looking for a pullback. Okay, we're starting to get the pullback. All right, now, here's something that just happened. Price fluctuated up. That's a minor pullback. And then she pushed down. So to me, this is a new lower low, lower high, and now we have another lower low. The difference between the area here and then this area dropping down and then pulling back was that when price was going down, price never passed its lowest wick. It pushed up, it had fluctuations, but it didn't pass the low. Here, price pushed up. It didn't go as high as I would like it have to, but it did pull back and it started to go back down to trend continuation. This is a whole fluctuation, and it made a new low. So now I want price to stay below 139.644. So let's see if price can give us a little bit more of a pullback. Now, I don't want price to touch this number. I just need it to stay below this exchange rate. Okay, so she's still decreasing. So we're still going down. All right, so she's fluctuating. And this is what I like to teach. I call this a narrow trend. Okay, so she did have a minor fluctuation within this area. She still stayed below 139.644. So now what you should be getting used to is how price is making lower lows and lower highs. Once again, the focus is not on entry. Sometimes you got to separate the entry from the actual trend. Because if you were trading this, if you were being the seller, you will be making your money on the way down. Now I want to see if we can get another pullback, if we can stay below 138.734. It's a nice long drop. We're getting some pullback, some fluctuation. Okay, and this is beautiful pullback here. All right, so we're starting to pull back. Okay, remember, we need to see if price can stay below this exchange rate and what she's going to do next. This is beautiful. All right, so I'm thinking, where is price? If I were on a daily time frame, I would look to see what's going on here. This is an inside bar or something. I want to see if price will pull back a little bit more, but if not, this is a nice fluctuation. Once again, if we look at it though, think about the question I'm about to ask you guys. Do you see this as one long move or multiple moves? To me, this is one long move. This is a lower high, lower low situation. This is just a retracement. It's just a pullback against the trend. This is not a reversal. In order for price to reverse, it needs to go back above 138.734. But we're not touching that exchange rate. Price is still below this exchange rate. This is just a pullback. Okay? So I hope you guys see what's going on here. In trend continuation, price, or in a downtrend or even an uptrend, price has two cycles. Trend continuation and retracement. Reversal is one separate cycle. We've not gotten a reversal yet. Yep. Yeah, this is nice. So we're still fluctuating. This is a nice indication price is getting ready to drop. Let me tell you guys why. If you never went up in time frames, let's just say this is the only time frame you trade. And let's just say that this was all you saw. You didn't see any of this before. You didn't even notice it, okay? Because some people would say, well, Shaquan, I would have gotten into the trade in this area, which is fine. I would probably have too. The thing is, though, price is still going up. To some people who, like I said, don't go up in time frames, or even look that far to the left, or maybe you have some type of structure, you'd be looking to sell as well, but price keeps pushing up. You will probably see this as an uptrend. Let's just say you did, okay? Because this is why I love teaching people. You have to think like other traders. Think like other people who trade different from you, who may not see what you see. You will probably say that, Shaquan, to me, this is an uptrend. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher lows. Higher high, higher lows. Higher highs. This is the last higher low until price passes it. That's a lower low, signaling sellers will come into play. So if you get a smaller pullback, price stays below this area here, you would sell it. But let's see if we actually get that. No, price keeps going down. But really good indication. Prices stand below 138.734. This would be a good trade. And look right here. Price goes past 136.565. New lower low has been made. This is your 4-hour lower high. Okay? So that's a really great downtrend. That's a really broad area. So these are narrow. This is a narrow area. This is broad. This is broad, meaning how deeper price had to pull back. Remember what I said earlier in the video. The deeper price pulls back, when it goes into trend continuation, the more money you're going to make. Okay? So let's continue forward. Let's see if price will give us a pullback. Now what, and I want you to answer this. What exchange rate do you want price to stay below now? I want price to stay below, for me personally, 138.330. If that is the same for you, we're going to go for it. If it stays below, that's great. Unless she just starts to trend again. Okay, we're starting to get a little pullback. So we could say that this is a new lower low because we're actually getting pullback. And that's one thing I like doing too. When I see price start to pull back, I'm like, oh, okay, we're getting a retracement, new low. Play it faster. See if she stays below 138.330. She's getting some more pushes up. Let's see what she's going to get ready to do. All right, we got a new low. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do you guys see what's going on here? Okay. She pulled back. She stayed below 138.330 and she continued. Some of you guys, and if this is you, it's okay. Especially if you're new and you're still learning, you will say, well, Shaquan, this looks like a reversal. This looks like an uptrend. Remember, you got to remember your last high. Okay? If price doesn't pass that number, you are still in a downtrend. Downtrend. She made a new low, lower low. You're still in the downtrend. This is the sellers saying we still have control. Don't look for long-term buys. Okay? Let's see if we get another pullback. Let's see if price can now stay below 137.789. Or she continues down. Nope, she continued down. So we got a new lower low, new lower high. Price didn't push up as much as I would have wanted to. I probably wouldn't be in a trade on this one. This would be something that I could not trade because I like deeper pullbacks. So for me personally, I would be on my hands. But now, if price can stay below 136.284, I get another pullback. I am going to want to trade her. Okay, there we go. We got the pullback. Let's see if price can stay below 136.284. If so, I will be the seller going down. Bam. There we go. Okay, I like it. We have a new low. All right, so lower low, lower high. I'm still waiting for this reversal, but she's not coming. And we keep trading a trend. So this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is only on one time frame. One time frame. I'm getting some fluctuation. So this is tricky here because you'd have to ask yourself right here. Once again, do you see this as one move? Or do you see it as two moves? Once again, I love asking people that. I see this as one move, to be honest with you. Let's see if price can stay below 136.057. I'm going to see if we can get a deeper pullback. Okay, it's going deeper. I like that. Bam. Beautiful. There we go. This would have been a really great setup too. Beautiful, beautiful. So one time frame, you guys. One time frame. You don't got to switch around to see if you could be profitable. I like this. So we're still in the downtrend. New lower low. Okay. This is beautiful. All right. Oh, man. That's a big drop. Look at that. Now we need to see if price can pull back again and stay below 135.677. I hate all that clicking. Oh, look at that. Y'all see how price went down, pulled back, went down again? This is two prices, or two moves. This is two moves. Instead of one long move, this is two moves to me. This is high volatility. You know when people talk about volatility? Let's talk about it. This is high volatility. This is when price just decreases, or it could be an increase, but it's not giving you deep pullbacks, but she's just gone, right? Because this is why I like pullbacks as well, because pullbacks put you into another trade. This thing ain't come back. This is another long drop. So now we need to see if price is going to pull back and stay below 133.002 or just keep going. See? She just keeps going. So this is a new low, a new lower high. And that's something else that you guys will learn with trend. I call this market conditions. How does your trend dress up? I say there's 4 types of conditions. You have broad, you have narrow, you have high volatility, you have low volatility. This is high volatility, okay? So I'm pretty sure you guys get it by now. Let's find a reversal. There we go. That was around the corner, wasn't it? All right. Can you guys see why this is a reversal? Why did price reverse? Look right here. She passed the last highest price, the last lower high. That is a reversal. And now this is when you need price to stay below the last low. So you're going to want a pullback. This is not the time to be the buyer. You want to be the buyer, but not right now. In trading, once again, let's go back to what we're actually trading, supply and demand, right? Everything is based around supply and demand in trading. But the famous model is we buy low, sell high. Okay? So here we're going to want to buy low, which means price needs to go lower. But you don't want price to pass the last lowest price, because in order for price to pull back and continue up, it needs to stay below what it just left. Okay? There's a better explanation. I explain it deeper in my coaching program when I teach one-on-one clients to make it a little bit easier. There's a better explanation. That's a whole nother story. So let's see what happens. There we go. Deeper pullback. And this is when you would use a multiple time frame. Let me just tell you that. I would say in a reversal, go up one time frame and plot structure. Don't go down, go up. Okay? If I were going down, my structure would be somewhere within its area. Can we go deeper? Let's see. Okay, we're getting pullbacks here. So this is the high. That's a new high at 130s, 712s. All right, there we go. Now we're getting that deeper pullback. And this is what we want to see. All right, she did not pass. There we go. She did not pass 126.540. Can she stay above? Honestly, this would be in my entry area. Let's see. Come on. There we go. She just made a new high. Okay, that is the reversal. Now, that means that this is now the new higher low. That's a new higher low. Will she continue up, or will she give us a pullback? This is what we need to see. This is what we're analyzing. Okay, where don't I want price to go? We don't want price to go past 126.677. We want to see if she can pull back. But another thing could be true is she may not pull back. She may get high volatility and just go. But we want to see a fluctuation before we decide where to be the buyer again. Here we go. So, once again, do you see this as one move or two? I see this as two moves. I don't see this as one long move. It fluctuated. So can price stay above 130.815? Can we get a pullback to buy back up? Let's see. Come on. Okay, we're getting a pullback. All right, so price is just fluctuating up, right? She's just doing her thing. This would be a horrible area to trade in. It depends on how you do it. Depends on if you're the support and resistance person, then you may be good. To me, I probably wouldn't have a trade for the 4 hour. If I went up in time frames to plot structure, I probably would. Don't know yet. But for me, trying to place where my high is and the low is, it would probably be here. 1, 2. But once again, you have to ask yourself if you see this as one move or two. So let's just say we see it as two moves. Can price stay above 132.167? Okay, now watch this. This is a beautiful fluctuation. I like these fluctuations. I like this fluctuation better than this one. So we're going to just take this off. Here, I like this a little bit better because you actually see the fluctuation. You see the space in between. The space in between here is so tight. But you see the space in between. You see the space in between. Let's see if price will pull back, stay above 133.870. I like it. I like it a lot. There we go. She stayed above right here. Can she stay above 134.6264 and then go higher? No, I will be stopped out because now this looks like a reversal. Okay, so higher high, higher low, higher high. I will be looking for a sell at this point. Okay, so the question is she going to decrease and now stay below 135.749? Let's see. Will she give us a pullback and then go back down? She's still going lower. So I would really be looking for a sell at this point. But once if we get a pullback. So looking like she wants to pull back. Let's get some more candlesticks. Nope. We're going opposite. So she stayed below 135.749. We have a fluctuation. There, we're 27 minutes into this video. I did not think we were going to be this long into this. Okay. Let's see if she'll pull back, stay below 134.634. Let's do one or two more together. This doesn't have to take long, right? When you're doing things like this, when you understand your trend, because even in the uptrend is price makes higher highs and higher lows. If it passes a higher high, the buyer still have control. You wait for a pullback. You want price to stay above the last highest price. Let's see if she'll give us a pullback. No. This is tight. She's decreasing. Look at that. And so lower low, where's the highest wick, which is right here. So we're going back in that downtrend, lower low. She's just going down. All right. So pullback, stay below 133.345. So we're going to stop here for the day. Okay. What do you guys think? Like if you're wanting to learn to be a trend trader, this is one of the first things I think you guys should do. Well, actually one of the second things. I think one of the first things you want to do is focus on what price action is, okay? And focus on what's important. Notice how I don't care for every candlestick. I'm only looking at extreme highs, extreme lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. Notice how I'm placing the tools at these highs and lows as price is moving. No, I don't know what's next. But in real trading, this is what you do. In real trend trading, this is what you would do. And notice how keeping the charts clean, you can actually see what's going on the price chart. Okay? And so I want you guys to keep that going. Keep moving forward. So if you have any questions about what I just did here, if you have any questions about the tools that I was using, then just let me know below. But try doing this yourself. Practice this yourself. Get on one time frame. And I suggest you do this in two ways. One of the first ways I suggest you do this is start with back testing with the candles on, meaning get out of bar replay and back test with the candlesticks where you can actually see the candlesticks, and plot this tool at every high and low. Then erase the full chart, do the bar replay, and it's just a quick button up here at the top. I don't know if you guys can see my top, but it's up here at the top. Do the bar replay, erase the candlesticks, and then move forward and see if you can spot these highs and these lows. And if you still struggle with it, I invite you guys into my Trade on Purpose coaching program, because this is where I teach how to identify trends amongst multiple time frames, how to understand the 4 market conditions, how to understand the highs and the lows and the 3 trend cycles, understanding when price is in trend continuation or retracement, understanding when price is reversing, and how to use another time frame to capture a really good trade. Okay, so I pray you guys enjoyed this back testing session. If you did, give this video a thumbs up so it can get on the algorithm, and I will talk to you guys in another video. You guys go be blessed.